The EU's looming collapse, war, inflation and crisis. How to protect your wealth before it's too late. Let me show you. The European Union is often portrayed as an unshakable force, a pillar of stability and economic power. But history shows that no empire lasts forever. In this video, we will show you 3 potential ways the EU could collapse and how likely each really is. But before we dive in, let me introduce myself. My name is Marek, I'm the tropical capitalist and the CEO of a relocation and wealth management company and real estate company, My Second Option. Welcome to our channel, Tropical Capitalist. We help high net worth individuals diversify their assets and secure their future. With rising inflation and economic uncertainty, keeping all your money in Europe in the euro or euro-dollar system is a risk you cannot afford to take. The EU's structural weaknesses make it a dangerous place to store wealth, and today we are going to explore why. A full-scale war between Europe and Russia would be catastrophic. If NATO gets directly involved in Ukraine or another conflict zone, Russia might retaliate with full force. A prolonged war would trigger hyperinflation in Europe due to a collapse of energy supplies from Russia, forcing the EU to buy energy at exorbitant prices. A massive increase in defense spending, leading to money printing and debt spiral. Supply chain breakdowns affecting food materials and essential goods. Hyperinflation would follow, similar to what Germany experienced in the 1920s, making everyday life unaffordable. Civil unrest would break out, governments would struggle to maintain order, and economic stability would be gone. Probability of this scenario is about 30%. A direct NATO-Russia war is unlikely but not impossible. Proxy wars and economic struggles are more probable, but if miscalculations escalate, Europe could find itself in a conflict it can't handle. Political and social instability due to structural problems and mass immigration is also a problem. The European Union is facing internal chaos. Here is why. Uncontrolled immigration is leading to cultural tensions, crime spikes, and social fragmentation. Many cities are struggling with integration, and far-right and far-left parties are gaining traction. Structural problems in the EU, such as an unelected bureaucratic system and the inability of member states to agree on common policies, weaken its governance. Farmers, truckers and workers across the EU are protesting against regulations that suffocate industries. At some point, political instability could lead to the collapse of key governments and member states may start exiting the EU. That's real. A breakup or at least a radical restructuring would follow. Probability of this scenario is about 50% or even higher. This scenario is already in motion. If the EU cannot address its internal divisions, it may implode under its own contradictions. That's a self-inflicted economic destruction. Overregulation and Green Deal and Euro collapse. The EU's economic policies are driving it towards self-destruction. Overregulation is killing innovation and making businesses uncompetitive. Many companies are fleeing to the US or Asia or Central and Latin America. The Green Deal is crippling industries, increasing costs, and creating an artificial economic downturn. The euro stability is under threat. With rising debt and uncontrolled money printing, the European Central Bank is caught in a trap. If they print money, they create inflation. If they stop, economies collapse. Eventually, we could see the collapse of the euro, leading to financial chaos and the disintegration of the EU as a political entity. Probability of this scenario is 70% or even more. Economic decline is already happening. If the EU doesn't change course, self-inflicted destruction is inevitable. Conclusion: a future of high inflation and big tensions. No matter which path the EU takes, one thing is unavoidable: high inflation and major tensions, with higher and higher taxes and lower personal freedom. Whether it's war, political instability, or self-inflicted economic destruction, Europe is heading for a period of crisis. This is why smart investors and high net worth individuals are diversifying outside of Europe. Keeping all your assets in the euro or the European banking system is a pure gamble. Inflation will erode your wealth, and the instability of the EU could make things even worse. The question is not if it happens, but how fast and how severe the collapse will be. What do you think? Will the EU survive this storm, or is it doomed to fall apart? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep analysis. Also, we have our WhatsApp link in the description, so contact us if you want to invest with us abroad out of EU, because we are here for you to protect your wealth. Contact us at my second option. See you in the next video.